we're live. Let me go ahead and post on Facebook real quick. Yeah, okay, cool. It's posted in there. All right, we're live. Brought to you always by Ian Huss, local mortgage guy. Hit Ian up for all your mortgage needs. Awesome guy, as we say every week. Appreciate you, Ian. And we'll get that from Sarah. So obviously we got Blake on this week. What's going on, Blake?
What's up?
How you been doing? How's the baby?
He's not happy at the moment, or I would have him with me. He's inside screaming, so
Screaming?
we'll keep that.
Is that why you went outside?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. You guys want to start off with the WSL tournament, the state last week?
Sure.
Why not? Good as any. So I'll go ahead and fire that up. So we had D, E, and Rec. Present. Here we go. Mo wins the D, Mo wins the D. Six-pack finishes second. Tiger Fitness finishes third. So Tiger was the highest finishing local team. Congrats to them. Blake, you're in that family. Did you hear anything from them? Did it all go okay? Did you hear anything at all?
Say that one more time.
The Tiger Fitness team. Did you hear anything from them?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. Well, good run by them. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I got to watch a little bit of this. Tiger Fitness surprised me. They played really well all weekend. They hit it. They scored a lot of runs. They were right there with Mo in the winners bracket finals and just couldn't get the third out of a couple innings, and it cost them. I know this is going to come as a shock, but Red got thrown out in the winners finals. Kind of wasn't his fault. Umpire made a suspect call. He apologized after he threw Red out that he made a bad call, but wouldn't apologize while Red was arguing with him, so he tossed Red. But them boys fought, man. They hit it well. And then Mo just whacked it all day.
Yeah, they tend to do that. They're a tough out every time you play them. So congratulations to all those teams. My favorite Red story is he got thrown out at West. He comes back with glasses on. And he said, true story. And the guy said, I threw you out. He said, no, you threw my brother out. I have glasses. He doesn't. Umpire bought the whole thing, stayed the rest of the game until the guy with the glasses got thrown out as well. So Red got thrown out twice in one game. I think that was 2 or 3 years ago.
I believe he came back a third time.
Did he come back a third time?
The way he tells it.
Okay. Cody Leichman says, great porch, Blake. Brian says, Blake wearing Rook shirt. Is that your son's name?
It's the closest Tiger Fitness shirt I had that was clean.
I got tons of Red stories, man. But one in particular, we're riding down to Myrtle Beach, and he's just looking out the window, and we pass a penitentiary, and he's like, "Did time there." Keep driving. Nobody's saying anything. Just keep driving. Drive by another one. He goes, "Did time there too." I'm like, "What'd you do time for, Red?" And he goes, "Burglary." I said, "What?" He said, "Burglary." I said, "What the hell's burglary?" He goes, "A little bit of murder, a little bit of burglary." Said, all right, buddy. Sounds good.
I always try to keep Red on my good side, or I'm on his good side for those reasons. Moving on to the E. OTF wins. Natty Red Lakes finishes third, if I remember correctly. Woodpeckers finishes second. How'd this tournament go, Rhino?
It went well. OTF played well, as expected. Woodpeckers played well as expected. They had a really good game in the winter semis. Went down to the wire. They were playing on a field where the wind was blowing in, so I think that hurt the Woodpeckers a little bit because they couldn't utilize their power. And then in the winners finals, I decided to not throw a strike again, which seems to be a common theme nowadays. We battled back, had bases loaded, nobody out, winning run on second, tying run on third. I'm sorry, no. Tying run on second, winning run on first. Guy's been killing it all day long. Hits a one hopper to the middle infield or double play. We only scored 1 run. They beat us by 1. We play the Woodpeckers, and then they just kind of thumped us a little bit.
So when you're struggling pitching like that and you can't throw a strike, is it just the yips, or is it something?
So I was aggravated a little bit in the OTF game. The strike zone was supposed to be 6 to 10, and it ended up being about 2 to 7. So I'm trying to Jenny Finch it in there. Jesse Moore's doing the same thing. And then the next game, you're trying to adjust where the strike zone's legit, and I just couldn't find it at all. So speaking of umpires are not why we lost the game. In this scenario, we got the guy out the very next play. But I wanted your guys' opinion on this. So in WSL, you get a runner for the pitcher automatically. Pitcher's up to bat. He hits a ball in the gap. He's humping. He's thinking he's getting a triple. Ball rolls under the fence. So ground rule double. He hits second, and he's still going to third. It's a dead ball.
Yep.
Runner can have to go back to second and third. The pitcher doesn't go back to second. He walks into the dugout. His runner comes out and stands on second. I appealed.
Wouldn't he have to reestablish?
I appealed that the pitcher didn't have to. The pitcher did not touch second base on the dead ball. Both umpires and tournament director said he established it when he rounded second. Everybody else I've talked to says that's not the rule. I didn't know. I wanted your guys' opinion on
that. Blake actually knows the rules better than I do. One with you.
No, I was going to say I play for Brian Engagement. I don't know. I don't need to pay attention to the rules. So
okay. I knew Brian did. I thought you were in on it too. I believe he has to go back to second, but I'm not 100% on that.
That makes sense to me, but
Brian's on. Brian, what's the rule on that? Post in the chat, and we'll put it up. Yeah, I believe he does have to go back to second. So.
And then I did get showed in the rule book where in WSL, if you leave the box at any time while the ball is in motion, it is an automatic strike.
That in mine, if you're talking about my situation, he never left the box. He just requested time.
Okay. Yeah.
That was against us, wasn't it?
In there too.
Blake, you were there for that.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, he literally just requested time. You don't have to grant time, but you can request it at any point. It doesn't make an automatic strike, as far as I can tell from what I read.
I was told that it was a Bill Chard rule. He implemented that.
Really?
And I hope WSL umpires don't know that if you leave the box, it's an automatic strike. Because I leave the box all the time. When I know it's a ball and it's ball 4, I leave the box.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Congrats to OTF, man. Scrappy bunch of guys have always been that way.
I feel like they're a really good WSL team, but is that all they play? I don't know if I ever hear about them other than that.
I want to say they play a little bit of One Nation, possibly, but they don't play in a U-Trip, I don't think.
So Brian thinks he's good.
Well, then he's good.
So my rebuttal to that, Brian, is how is it different than if you're on first and second and a guy hits a ball down the line and you think it's a fair ball, but it's a foul ball and it's a dead ball and you got to go back to first. You don't go back to first. A runner comes in for you without touching it. How's that any different?
I think you'd be good then too as well, right?
Wouldn't he have to go back to the bag because you can't be off the bag?
According to what Brian's saying here, I believe he's okay. But that's something we can definitely check on. But these OTF guys, man, they always kind of crack me up because they're scrappy as hell. They're always strong. They're always good. But they're all a bunch of little guys. And they're always super scrappy. It's like almost like an Amish team where they're built well, they're small, but they're going to battle you all day.
Well, that's like the dictionary definition of what you need in WSL, right? I mean, you go to jail for hitting home runs practically. So that's the kind of team you need, right?
Yeah, just overnight. You have to go to jail overnight. Come back on Sunday. So, So yeah, congrats to OTF. I think that's their first win of the year. That's a good one to win state. I'm sure we'll hear from them again. On to the rec. First and 10. The eights AAA team wins it. Congrats to them. I forget who the other top three was. I had it down. Relentless makes a good run. Outlaws makes a good run. Free Agents makes a good run. So congrats to all those teams. Then we'll move on to the anything else before we leave. You know what? Let's do this. We do this now.
Sure.
Okay. So these are the results for the Pick'em contest. These are the top three in each category. So is Chuck doing the $100 discount for each category or just one of them?
So this tournament, he's doing it for the E winner.
Okay.
Next tournament, he's going to decide whether he's going to do it for the D or the rec winner. He's going to rotate it, but each WSL tournament, he's going to give $100 off to the winner. So big shout out to Chuck for that. Appreciate it.
Yep. So is this the which division is this one?
I want to say that one's the E-Rec.
E-Rec?
Yeah. That's National Red Leg Monroe, I think Shaggy, Austin Andrews. So he gets an alcoholic beverage of his choice from us.
Okay. Bo gets second, Gravy gets third. And then this one is which one?
So that one is the E winner. No, I take that back. That one's the D winner. That's that's D. That's Zach Sewell. I believe it's Zach Sewell, but I don't know who Zach is for sure. So Zach needs to reveal himself.
Get some free beer.
Beverage. Yeah.
Paige gets second. Kenny Ball gets third. And this is the payout one, right?
Payout one. This guy texted me right away after he submitted his bracket. Told me he forgot his name, but Wayne Posey from OTF.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, he's winning all around.
Yes. Him and Danny Loveless both back-to-back 1 and 2. So
that's Brian's response. So congrats to Wayne. Get with Chuck for your $100 off. Rhino, send me your Venmo or something so I know I owe money for weeks and weeks of beers that I have not bought yet. So
gotcha. Nah, no big deal, man.
And then we're moving on to the battle for the beach or battle to the beach. Yeah. I'm going to start with the E. High Society wins it. They're out of Indy, but I'm gonna pull this way up. Look at the score here. 33-22 in the finals.
Good game.
An E. No home runs or one home run or whatever they get. I can't remember if it was 1 or 0. But to score that many runs with that little home runs, that's impressive. And it's not like a bad defensive team. It's the Zoo, so impressive. They're not from around here, but congrats to the Zoo for finishing second. Move on to the C.
So is that finished up now? Is the Zoo the official winner of the Battle of the Beach series?
I think there's one more.
Okay.
Like, do you know?
I think it's over.
It's over? Okay.
Yeah, there's standing somewhere. I saw.
Yeah, I saw them too. We got last somehow. Okay. And then the winner of the C is right here in front of us. Blake Hall wins the 2-team tournament.
It was a long day. Grueling.
I got a text. TCS beat you, and they wanted to hear you talk about it.
They did. I got nothing. I mean, they came out and hit. I don't know what you guys want from me. No excuses. They were hitting just beams into the gap, and we didn't even really play bad defense. They just hit. You could tell, like, energy-wise, that every D team we played was more like locked in. I mean, you have nothing to lose, right? And it's going to bring out the best in you, and that's why you guys should play these games. So hats off to them. I don't know how they ended up doing on the day, but I mean, they impressed me.
I think they won the D. We'll get to that here in a second.
Makes sense.
Congrats to you guys winning the C. I heard Bordeaux was playing. I heard Gage was playing. I heard who else was playing, but some guys that maybe don't usually play.
We definitely benefited. Sports Coast bracket had somebody not show up, so they sat around for 2 or 3 hours before they played us versus where we had been loose. So I think that definitely benefited us in the first couple of innings. And just ended up pulling away.
I forgot to share this. Oh man.
Is that feedback me or one of you guys?
What's that?
Is that feedback me or one of you guys?
Might be me. You hear it right now?
I hear like a projector running.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, a fan.
Is that better?
There you go. There you go.
I'm sorry. I'm a little fan. I get hot. Sorry, I'm posting this in our Queen City group. All right. So yeah, so we're on to the D. TCS Arch Design wins the D. Sounds like they were hot all day. I hate this website sometimes. All right. Wins at 18-15 over Soul Bros. Nice win by them. If you remember in the offseason, they were saying they weren't ready for D. Clearly they are. They've been playing well all year. So congrats to them. Congrats to Jason Frank. Congrats to Beating Tiger Fitness. They were definitely excited about that. So Blake, we haven't really got to play any D teams. How did you guys feel like they matched up? Were they pretty close in talent, or?
I mean, I've always thought the difference between D and C is just pitching. I mean, the first team we played, but what did you say they were? They were like OCS or something like that, right?
TCS.
TCS. They hit with us just fine. I mean, better than us, obviously. It's just, I think the difference between all the teams is pitching. Everybody can hit a little bit. Everybody can play a little defense a little bit. It's just pitching.
So you think if you take one of my pitchers and put on a good D team, they're ready to play C?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. Who all did you guys play? I can pull it up.
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I was just there.
Something to do with that bar tab that Vordy was talking about?
Yeah, so Tolbert put $5 down on a guy to hit a home run, and it paid out like $700, and it hit. So he was like, "Screw it, we'll buy beer on Saturday." So,
Tolbert.
Shout out to him.
Tolbert bot. Okay.
He got lucky that he got lucky that Connor and Burton and some guys were out of town. Otherwise, that could have been pretty ugly.
So we got so it looks like you guys played Soul Bros, Pitch Me One, and Heat. How was Soul Bros? Did they keep up with you guys pretty well?
If I remember right, we jumped out early in that one and just kind of stayed ahead the whole time there. I mean, obviously we picked away every game so we get as many swings as possible. So you have a good first inning, it's kind of tough to call your way back.
Profar, I guess that's the guy that hit the home run.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm
guessing it's an MLB. There's an MLB player named Profar. I'm guessing that's who.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, it looks like you guys finished second in the pool. You guys beat teams on average by about 5 runs. So it sounds like you guys were pretty competitive with everybody. Looks like TCS beat everybody by almost 11 runs. So they were definitely on it. Pretty good team you got there. Maybe we'll see you next year. All right, let's go on to. Did I cover everything? We did the C, the D, and the E. Yep, we're good. Prize-A-Palooza is next. Let's see. Ryan, are you ready to come back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
One of them damn baby mamas calling.
Oh, okay. Do we need to hurry up?
No, I hit decline. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Anything else on the battle to the beach? It sounds like we're done. Did you guys win that, Blake? Sorry, I didn't have enough time.
Yeah, which is funny because I think we went 0-4 in the first one, and then it just worked out that we ended up winning the money. I don't know because you two were out of town.
What'd you guys get for that?
I don't have a clue. I think I paid berth and shirt. We got some shirt. Actually, the shirts are pretty cool. I'm pretty fired up about that. I usually just like give the shirts with the Goodwill or something, but the shirts for these Battle of the Beach ones are cool.
I never take them, and I already have too many shirts. And
well, my wife hates it. You know, playing for Tiger Fitness, we have 48 jerseys every year, and we brought home a bunch of shirts last year. So I like these though. So yeah.
So you guys had to spot 5 runs.
Yeah, every inning for the first 5 innings, the other team got a run. So it was 5-0 regardless.
So you left that part out, both of you guys. So that changes.
Yeah, but I mean, we're still a C team, you know. I don't like excuses with that kind of stuff.
5 home runs?
Yeah, no, 4 home runs.
4
I've read about that too. 4 home runs.
What do you think, Rhino? Is that we were kind of talking about that I think last week? Does that sound fair? 5 runs and 4 home runs?
I think 5 is a lot, but I mean, yeah, you got to do something to try to entice D teams to play C teams. But I think 5 runs is a lot.
It's a lot.
I don't know about doing both, but because obviously we max out our 4 every game. But I mean, maybe there's a middle ground. You know what I mean? Like 5 home runs still, and you get the 5 runs, or it's less home runs but no runs. I don't know, but
5 home runs is almost not enough for you guys. You guys need like 8.
Yeah, we're playing WSL Midwest in a few weeks, so that should be interesting.
You guys playing D or C?
Probably playing D, I would imagine.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I wouldn't bet on us that week.
Yeah, you're not getting picked by me that week.
You're not going. I figured you guys would be playing C with us. Guess not. We'll watch you.
Is there usually a C?
I think there's gonna be. I mean, there's enough teams. I think there's 7, 8 teams if you can get them all to show up.
I didn't know that. Well, maybe we are. I don't know. Beats me.
I feel like that's your answer for most of my questions.
Well, I mean, I've played WSL twice in the last 10 years, so I don't know much about it.
Was one with me?
Both of them were with you.
Both of them.
So
are you all right? So on to the Prize-A-Palooza. Always a good time. Always a great tournament. If you never played in it, they give out prizes based on how many runs you scored in the first few games or something like that. Usually you get a little something. And in the C bracket, I only see 1 C team. So it looks
it's us again.
Did you know you're going to be in this one?
So, I guess there's a C managers chat, and all the teams had pulled out, and Brian got us out of there, and then Nikki they must have not seen the text, and then the bracket comes out, and we're in it again. So, we got 10 guys together and said, "To hell with it, might as well."
You're going to give her hell?
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know if the rules are the same as last week or what we're gonna do, but we're in there. We're gonna be the best C team playing D in the country.
Blake's just going to show up, and then he might be in the lineup. He might be on Tiger Fitness.
I know I'm on Tiger Fitness. That much I know, and I know we're going to wear purple. Other than that,
you know you're wearing purple. You know you're wearing the socks.
That's it.
And you know whatever bat you're swinging. You're not a different bat every swing guy. So I think you know what.
No, I got the Axe bat. It's not bad. So I'm sticking with that thing for the rest of the year until it breaks.
Awesome. So it looks like you guys are starting. You guys are 10-10, but most everybody else is starting around 8. We don't.
Yeah, we got Andrew Sam's team in the second round if they end up winning. So we're gonna be locked in for that one.
Oh, I might have to swing out for that one. Oh, yeah, and then the extra home runs won't hurt them. So yeah, I might have to come check that one out.
Sam said the line is -8.5, so we'll see.
8.5?
Yeah, with them getting 5. So
did they get 5 this time too? Or are you guys doing that 5?
I don't know. I'm assuming that we'll just have the same rules, but
okay. So you're starting out down. I'll take the points. I'll take your points on that one. All right. So who do you guys like in this one? So we got Tiger Fitness, Nephews, Nova, Players, Creekers, Kraken, Mafia Forever, Suspects, R2S, Odd Socks, Creek Concrete, Sticks, Heat, New Wave, and Team Sting.
Well, I'm going to call an upset in game 1 that Nova beats the Nephews.
Sam's would have to leave our group chat if that happens.
So Brian said the only reason he stayed in is to play the Nephews.
He did text Nikki saying we want the Nephews for game 1. So.
So random draw it was. Okay. So I'm going to go with I'll go with Tiger Fitness. I think you guys still win this tournament. Ryan, who do you like?
Until somebody beats New Wave, I'm going to take them.
They got they took one of my guys this week. They got Matt Allen. We'll be playing with them, so that should help.
I feel like I'll take that Kraken team to get runner up.
Check out their center fielder. He's good. Have you seen him?
We played them earlier in the year in one of the Mittens for Kittens things, and they beat us. I mean, they were pretty solid, so I'm going to take them.
Yeah, we were playing a league night, and they had this guy out there playing center. He was running gap to gap, tracking everything down. And Jimmy's like, that guy usually plays middle. I said, I'd probably just leave him right there in center. He's good, so check him out. I'm assuming he's going to be there. I have no idea. All right, on to the E. Oh, he's got pool play. All right. So we got Dark Waters, The Flock, Miami Valley, Anarchy, Henny Gang, Apex, F Cancer, Warriors, Queen City Bucks, Queen City Slammers, Smokies, The Funk, Omen, Well Aware, BATB, Moonshiners, Sandlot Boys, Last Call, Gobby Law, Ballard, Ohio. What do you guys like in this one? That's a really nice turnout.
So the Henny Gang did not play well this past weekend, so I'm looking for a big bounce back from them this week.
You like Blake? I know this isn't confident.
I took the Flock last week, and I think they let me down, so they're not going to do that again 2 weeks in a row. So I'm going to pick them again. Right. It's another team we played in the Slugfest, and they put up like 8 or 9 in the first inning, hitting pretty well. So I was impressed. I'm going to pick them again.
I'll go with Dark Waters. Dark Waters to win the E.
That's a lot of teams.
It is a lot of teams. It's a really nice turnout.
It's a fun tournament. I mean, getting beer koozies or hats or whatever ends up being just for scoring runs. It's a fun time.
Yeah, they always do a great job with that. I think that's all my slides today. Okay. And then the last thing we got is the mailbag, and there wasn't a ton on there, but there was a couple questions. You're always a good sport about this, so if you don't mind, tell the story. But why is his arm so short, Jay Johnson?
I broke it twice in the same year when I was 13, and instead of healing the second time, it filled in with a cyst. So it's like my 13-year-old length forever.
So for those who don't know, that Blake's arm is probably a good 8-9 inches shorter.
No, stop. It's like 2.5.
Is it really? That's all it is?
Yeah, 8 or 9.
I thought it was like your whole hand.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I've never actually seen you do the thing. I'm not up close where you put them together.
Yeah, it's only 2.5. Nothing
2.5.
Crazy.
Okay. But it was just from breaking your arm and stuff as a kid.
Yeah, that's there's not like a cool story involved. I wish there was.
7 p.m. Yes, Jason Frank, we're here every week at 7 p.m. And then how much of the tab was from you, Mordo?
I only had like 3 or 4 beers. It wasn't anything, nothing crazy. We were playing back to back. Basically, we had one game off, so it wasn't like we could sit there and run it up.
I mean, the bar's right there.
I guess that's true. That was a bad excuse. I just don't.
From the guy who just said he doesn't like making excuses.
I don't drink when I play, so it's like it was just sitting there playing cards.
And Brian said the same thing happened to your wiener. So you have your 13-year-old wiener too, I guess.
God, I wish that one was 8 or 9. My God.
Light week this week. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? We can talk about the weather. You can talk about anything you want.
So, Blake, I just wanted to see if we can get your story on how you started your softball career, where you started from, and all that fun stuff.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, I played junior college baseball, and I was done on a Monday and posted on Facebook on a Tuesday that I was looking to get into softball, and Brian messaged me right away because one of the kids on the original SOP team was also on my college team. And then I had like another message from I forget the guy's name now, but it was basically just like one or the other show up at Armco tomorrow, and we'll pick you up. And I played with Brian in the E-Rec City Slam. We had 9 guys, and I don't know, that was it. I enjoyed it so much that 13, 14 years later, whatever it's been. So.
But it's been more than that, right? Like, so you guys did SOP, and then I think you went and played with Steigers for a little bit, and then you went to did you go to Cincy softball?
No, we were the Biscuits that one year.
Yeah, won the
Metro winner.
We did win the Metro that year, and then we were Stockton one year, and then we've been Tiger Fitness for the last couple.
And then Cody and Brian are childhood friends or something like that.
Yeah, they went to high school together.
Okay, so
Cody picked up on the team right after he graduated from college in 2015, and 16, and I've been on it since 14.
Gotcha.
That sounds right. Maybe longer.
And then all these years, you guys have still been matching the socks, the belt, the jerseys.
Yeah, we have a side chat for accessories to make sure that we don't look like morons. So, yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're big believers in if Chad's going to pay for all these jerseys and pants, we're going to wear them, I mean, to each their own, right? But that's just kind of how we've always done it.
2012.
I couldn't remember.
You guys were White Castle at one point too, weren't you?
Yeah. The one year we played like 150 games in E every single weekend at Armco, like my second year. That's probably why I like it so much.
Armco or softball?
Say what?
Armco or softball?
Armco was. I mean, it was fun. It was right. I used to live in Dayton, so it was right up the street, and we played every single weekend. Used to play at our Expressway in that free round robin on Sundays. I mean, I would fall apart if I tried that nowadays, but that's just kind of how things got going.
Gotcha. You got anything else for him, Rhino?
No, you both make me feel so old, man. 2012.
Dude, I feel old, man.
Do you? How old are you now?
30, 32? Yeah.
Just getting started.
Yeah.
Guys not even eligible to play 35 over Metro.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be fun. It looks so fun for you guys on Friday, like the Friday right before everything gets going.
Just saw them Saturday. They were not nearly as excited on Saturday. It was I was watching one of the Tropics games. I think they won 3-2. Just giving it all their might. It wasn't going nowhere. And they were just a bunch
classic
of lazy fly balls. So yeah. Well, we'll see you in 35 and over here in a few years.
I hope we have a better turnout for the A this year, by the way, if we're going to take a sidebar for the Metro. Because 4 teams is – I think Red's team won it last year, right? So they have to play A, correct? Is that how that works?
Supposed to
at
be.
At least be 5.
I mean, you think he'll get it?
Did Red win the B last year?
Yeah. Tiger Fitness won like the A, the B, the women's. I think we won 35 and over, maybe. It was quite a bit.
Yeah, I ran the 35 and over team. That was Tiger Living Legends, Tiger Fitness. So yeah, they won that as well. Oh, okay. Here we go. Who wins Sam's versus Schmidt matchup? Is that just the nephews versus you guys?
No, Sam,
is that a wrestling match?
It doesn't matter what it is. Sam's will win. Wrestling, running, lifting, whatever it is. Teaching math.
So is he going to Worlds with you guys, Sam's?
I don't think so. He's got something going on with school.
He's still in school?
No, I think he's a teacher, so I don't think he has the time off.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, sounds good.
So, Blake, I do feel like you're a much better than Sam's. He's anything I get in with Sam's where he's betting things, he's awful.
Oh no, I'm like the worst bettor of all time. People usually fade whatever I pick. Like it's tragic.
You can't tell. He doesn't know what the hell's going on ever.
Well, I mean, usually guys like that, they just pick somebody and they win.
Yeah, this is true.
It does not work for me. I put money down on a guy last week to strike out 5 dudes for the Cardinals because they're trash, and he got hit with a comeback line drive in the second inning and like hurt his wrist and got pulled out. Like it's pathetic. I can't catch a break. And then Tolbert's winning every bet he's ever put down in his life and just winning $500, $600, $700.
He doesn't have to work anymore.
You should ask next time you guys see Andrew Burton at the park. Ask him about his cruise. He won like $20,000 in slots. Like it was nuts.
When?
He went like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So these guys are all just winning all this shit, and I can't even win like a regular. Just like I could bet on Scotty Scheffler this weekend, and he would lose, like for sure. He would go to jail again.
5-1 all time. Whatever he's talking about.
He's talking about 1-on-1 in basketball.
Basketball?
Sometimes you got to let people win. You know, it's something.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Well, I think that's all for this week. Blake, I'll see you. You guys are king of the hill, aren't you?
No.
Oh, that's right.
No One Nation.
No One Nation. All right. Well, I'll see you at the Metro, I guess, dude.
WSL, whatever we're in.
Well, you guys are playing D. We're playing C.
I don't know what. I would assume it's D or C or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Definitely not E.
It says be there at this date at this park, and I will be there.
I think you guys have fared pretty well in the E. You should come on down there.
See Connor's hitting nukes in E.
Yeah, it would be great. We would go 0-2 in both brackets, like for sure. So,
who leads off for you guys?
Nick's usually good at keeping it in.
Okay, so yeah, your 2-hole hitter definitely hits a home run. You're at a home run. That's the second batter.
Yeah.
Good.
I think the last next 3 games we played you guys, Burris has hit a home run the lead off. Well, there's a home run, a strikeout, and a home run.
Well, he always, before he goes up to bat, he always jokes that it's 1-0, and sometimes it ends up being 1-0. But he also asks the umpire how many outs there are to start every single game. It's his routine, even though he leads off every game.
I do the same thing. I don't lead off.
Guy's one of a kind.
Ryan actually umpired me last Friday. Believe that or not.
Yeah.
Umpiring's hard, man. Like, I never get mad at him if they like. When you don't know the rules, I think that's like unacceptable, right? But like judgment calls, I mean, it is what it is. It's hard.
Yeah, very rarely do I go crazy on a judgment call. It's usually a rules thing that I get pretty upset about. Strike zone sometimes, but
I definitely prefer umpiring when there's a time limit.
I can see that.
Yeah,
guys, 42 to 36 games. That don't interest me a whole lot.
That is the one rule every umpire knows, the time limit. They got that time limit down. There's no rule they know better than the time limit. To the second. 35 seconds.
No new inning after an hour. Sorry, boys.
See, if I was an umpire in like leagues, I would just make shit up. We'd be playing 45-minute games.
Once it hits 45 minutes, you play the next inning. That's it.
That's it for sure.
So what teams used to do, they knew that, so they would deliberately like be visitors so they could get more swings, and there would be a run rule, and then they would let them score so they could hit again. So I just made up a flip-flop rule on them, and they would get pissed.
Well, it is. It's GSL, so no. U-Trip, that's a rule, but
yeah, but it was only like 9. They'd be up 9 runs, wanting to bat again to play another inning. I'm like, nope, flip-flop rule. Slim said I got to get this thing moving. Sorry, you guys got to stay on the field for 3 more outs.
Hey, while we're at it, in the City Slam, Z, did you guys have double reentry all day?
It never came up for us, but I know you guys had an issue with it.
Yeah, they said that they had been playing it all day, and it's like, man, we would have been taking advantage of that since 8 a.m. Like that's crazy.
So they let you guys double reentry?
No, they had said that they were playing it all day, even though it was U-Trip. And the umpires were like, no, it's a new rule this year, I promise. And we were like, no, it's not. Like, so it was this whole thing. It ended up working out just fine. But it's like, I was just curious if you guys had been able to take advantage of it or not.
No, I'm sure you realize I don't do a bunch of pinch hitters and subs much. So it's not something you get into a bunch, but it is nice if you need it. Who you guys double reentering? Is it
Oh, we do it. Like, I'll usually get 2 swings, maybe 3, and then somebody will hit for me twice, but I can go back in and play defense the whole time. We'll do the same thing with our center fielder. Anyone else who's struggling. I mean, Brian, they're wizards about it. I get confused. Like, one time last year in Columbus, I got subbed out for double re-entry, and they went and pitch ran, and I was on deck technically. So the batter had to hit a home run or I was out. And luckily, he ended up doing it. But, yeah, we do that kind of stuff all the whole time.
So the other coach didn't catch that
No, they knew it. It was just like, you have to hit a home run or because the dipshit's on first base. So
couldn't you just walk him?
they probably should have. I don't know.
Okay, that's what I was
smart. Yeah, you could have.
I won a game like that before where the runner was on deck and the last out, so I walked him. Game over.
That's bad. That's so bad.
It was I won't tell you who it was, but it was a pretty big name team, and they were not happy with me. But
when we won our World in Columbus, we had the same thing. We won one of our tournament games like that. The guy was standing on first base, and he was in the hole. Walk. You're up, buddy. You're out.
Man.
Just got to count the 5, right? The 2 outs and the 3 guys on base. And then you get pick the next guy. That's you got to be at least get that far. Or if you already got 2 outs, then you only got to count the 3 of the next guy. That's all you got to do.
Man, that gives me flashbacks from E days when there was inning outs in the lineup, and we were trying to figure out, like, God, I hated that.
My first bash for cash ever. I think it was the first game. There were so many inning endings. I walked up to the umpire and said, "Hey, the game's over. It's like 6 innings." He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, the next 3 guys are out, and then our guys and this guy." And then he's like, "What?" And he's like, "You got played out." I was like, "It's over." He goes, "Play it out." So we did. We walked 3 outs. They came out, walked 3 outs, and then did that, and it was over. But yeah, I remember that too.
That was an umpire who couldn't count right there for sure.
Well, they still want to figure it out. But whatever. All right. Well, it's about time. So thanks for coming on, Blake. I'm sorry I hit you up last minute, the last 2 or 3 weeks.
No problem.
I'm sure I'll do it again sometime. Ryan, I always appreciate it. I'll see you guys around. See you, boys.
Take care, fellas.